Alright there folks, and welcome back to Chelsea. Today's episode will see us take on Wolves at Molineux. Wolves struggling in the league at this stage, 19th in the Prem, but you just know they've got some decent players. We'll have a look at them in a minute, but let's catch up on some of the fixtures since that 2-1 reverse to plucky, fortunate Manchester United. We dispatched Dortmund by 3-1, a fine display. We took an early lead, 2-0. We went inside 20 minutes through Giroud and Hazard before Royce pulled one back and Zappacosta late doors secured the 3 points, and that put us through to the next round. And you can see there at the tail end of November, a 6-0 victory over Loughran, including Koeman's first goal, so that's good news at least. That should pretty much see us top the group. You'd probably say that if either team is going to slip up, ourselves or Dortmund, it's going to be us because we've got the trip to PSV, but we should be able to beat them and hopefully take top spot. Then a 2-0 victory over Southampton. Pleasing because this is a game that we lost last year, so that's an extra 3 points. Michi and Hazard on target in the first half. And then a 1-0 victory over Burnley, who continue to grate on me. Obviously, we lost both games to them last year, so this is a massive improvement. The performance-wise is not a 1-0 performance. It should have been 4, 5 or 6. Another penalty miss. Morata, the guilty party on this occasion. Barkley's out for a few weeks with an injury suffered, but Tom Heaton just made save after save after save after save. It was absurd, and Burnley continued to irritate me throughout this save. It seems they're a bit of a bogey side for us, but we got the win, and that's all that matters. And today it is, as I said, Wolverhampton Wanderers. You can see they've got, we've loaned them Tammy Abraham, so obviously he's not going to play. Let's see how he's been doing. Hugely well. 0 Premier League goals for Wolves. And Willy Bolly might be out. They've got Fellaini. So it looks as though they have strengthened their team. Let's just have a look at some of their transfers for this season. Spent 44 million. Dendoncker, Callum Chambers has come in on a permanent deal. Spinazzola, Boya Valero. Players you know, players you recognise. But we signed Mangala on a free transfer as well. I'm not sure that's how Manchester City expected that one to go down. Signing for 42 million and then releasing on a free after a series of loan spells. But you can't get them all right, can you? You can't get them all right. So, yeah, not to be dismissed, Wolves. Not at all. So, the teams are in the tunnel at Molineux. I'll see you pitch side with the confirmation of those teams in just a second. So there we have the confirmation of the teams then. For ourselves, we keep Koeman on the right side, did well in his last game. Morata with Batshuayi up front, Giroud and Belotti both injured for this one, so we don't really have a great deal of depth in the striking position, even though we do have 4 strikers. Zuma with Christensen. It's tempted to give Rudiger a start. Obviously, we fell out and we've not made up, so he's in the bad books. Zappacosta continues right back ahead of Azpilicueta with Marcos Alonso on the left. Sadly, Rugani suspended today. So, yeah, you saw the Wolves team. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm surprised they're in 19th place, to be honest. I would have expected them to be doing better. They've still got Nuno in charge. If the pre-match conversations that I had with the media were irritating, to say the least. But essentially, he is in trouble, it seems. So hopefully we can put the nail in the coffin and see him dismissed as Morata plays it out to Koeman and we get underway, attacking right to left as Zappacosta breaks down the right. Nothing coming from that though, nothing coming. And Adama Traore throw in, back to him. Has he got any delivery? No. Marcus, he'll probably score in a minute. Looks like Morata there, just jumping under it, but that's a loose ball and Koeman picks it off. Looks for Morata, heads it on. Batshuayi might be in. Mangala deals with it though. Quite good defending, you've got to say. Might have been easy to give that up. I'm surprised they still got Neves, but well tackled there by Sergei. And we can go down the left-hand side. Well, Sergei just goes on his own down the left-hand side. Now uses Alonso, crosses Morata off the crossbar. We hit the woodwork an awful lot, I've got to be honest. Too much for my liking. As Adama comes down this right-hand side. Has he got a delivery in him? He has this time, but Zuma heads on and Koeman picks it up. A corner then, Marcos Alonso. You know how deadly we are from corners as Dendoncker. The first man wins it. Morata collects though. Strides in and Zappacosta now. Sergei slots it under the goalkeeper. Presumably still Patricio. It is indeed the number 11. Odd. Sergei with his fifth of the season. Great play from Morata. And again, you're thinking, oh, not Zappacosta, not a right back taking this, but he has the presence of mind to lay that off. And Sergei drills it beyond the reach of number 11, Rui Patricio. And here we go, Patricio with a free kick out to Callum Chambers. Finds himself operating on the left of defence. Bit odd, but Kerman finds Batshuayi. Sergei, we're starting to really exert some pressure now as Hazard steps in. And Batshuayi, fourth of the season for him. An instinctive strike, probably not a move that he expected to come to him, but come to him it did, and he managed to get that on target pretty well. Probably caught Patricio by surprise. That's probably how it ended up with him. Let's see what happened here. A deflected effort, instinctive shot, and Patricio can't keep that out. A 2-0 lead established within 15 minutes. A corner then, Kerman on this right side. Hazard over the crossbar. I think he was running away from goal. Had to be a bit of a... I've done the motion. It's a back header, that. It's a back header. Don't do that at home. Batshuayi collects this one and gives it to Hazard. Lots of space on this left, but it doesn't end up there. And Kokorin finds Adama Traore, and this is the kind of area that you want. Adama, oh, what a save by Kepa. You sort of have to watch the afterburners go when Adama Traore gets a lot of space like that, but great standing up there by Kepa. Callum Chambers throws it in. Kokorin. Dendoncker. Ruben Neves. As I say, I'm surprised they've still got him. Kind of player I'd like to sign, to be honest, but no place for him in the team. In reality, as Wolves look to get something to lay down, a bit of something to work with for the second half at least. Spinazzola, Vezzo. It's a nothing ball, and we'll bring it back forward now as Batshuayi and Morata. You can see the possession that we have is so much more meaningful. Hazard, nothing came of it this time, but it's so much more purposeful with the attack. You don't just feel like you're passing for passing's sake, which in some cases I'm seeing that Wolves perhaps are. As Adama, though, tries to thread that through, but Zuma picks it off and goes back to his goalkeeper. And here come Wolves, though. It's just not happening. They're not playing the right angle passes. Hazard now, very central. Goes left to Marcos Alonso. Can he get a ball across? He can. And Batshuayi's there, fifth of the season. 3-0. We said Wolves were trying to get back a bit of a foothold before the break. It's even worse now as we take a 3-goal lead into the 43rd minute of the game. Just a few minutes ago to the break. Very hard to see a way back for Wolves. As Batshuayi, I think, off his shin, but they all count. It might get worse. Zappacosta now. Kerman cleared away by Chambers. Sergei. Eden Hazard, terrific save from Patricio, earning his wage there. And puts it behind for a corner kick. Marcos Alonso over it. Headed away by Mangala. Batshuayi will collect, but you pretty much assume this move is dead. Oh, I thought for a minute Kerman was going to be able to get in there for a strike. Wasn't to be. And that's half time. Then you can see around the grounds. This is Sunday o'clock at 4. 4 o'clock on Sunday, kick-off, and Man United also playing Spurs. Leon Bailey with a brace to give chasing Manchester United the advantage at Old Trafford. We'll tell the boys not to let any complacency slip in. Away from home, 3-0 can be a bad lead. You know, suddenly it can disintegrate with an early goal for the home side and the home support, especially a club like Wolves where the home crowd is quite intense. Marcos Alonso, if that had got through there, but that might be another chance as Koeman picks this one off and comes streaking down this right side. Tackled well by Chambers. And, it's a terrible ball. You don't want to put it into that kind of area. Sergei just wide of the far post. Never, ever clear the ball centrally. If you're going to clear it like that, put it to the flanks. At least you don't open yourself up to that kind of strike. If that was on target, Patricio probably isn't getting there. Marcos Alonso with a throw in. Dendoncker clears. And now Wolves can bring it away. Kokorin catching the Wolves... the Chelsea defence flat-footed and Hotter. Good save from Kepa. We've needed Kepa to be good in this game. You just get the impression that Wolves are seriously lacking in confidence, and it's showing in some of their play. A more committed striker on a couple of occasions would have perhaps seen them with more fruit in the basket. What a term. And I think we'll make a change there on the hour mark. A little bit of tiredness creeping in. I think we're going to bring on Willian for Koeman. Koeman's having a good couple of games. I was a little bit concerned about his injuries, but maybe we're managing him a little bit better, or just getting a bit a bit more fortunate with him at the moment. And I think another change, we're going to bring on Emerson for Marcos Alonso on the left side of defence. And just one final change then. I don't know why I'm staggering these. I just like to break up time a little bit. Azpilicueta will come on for Zappacosta, right side of defence. And we look as though we're just going to see this game out with a 3-0 win. Very comfortable in the end. Good performances all around. Kepa right through to the front two. And that's full time. Really good. No complaints at all. A fine win when it mattered. A potential banana skin. You know, never easy going away to a side like Wolves, as I say, but we dealt with it well. And that is December, kicked off quite nicely. And then month when there were just 4,000 fixtures. And it looks as though the next game that we're going to be bringing you is Manchester City. January 1st, 2020. What a tie that could be. Man City, you can see, in 4th place at the moment. We have an 8-point buffer over them at this, as it stands, but who knows? After the festive period, it could well have disintegrated. Not counting any chickens just yet. So do pop a like on there for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Far more Football Manager 2019 videos coming your way very soon. Thank you very much for watching today, and I'll see you again on the next video. Take care and goodbye.